Hello everyone and welcome back to today's video. So in today's video we're doing another 2024 election prediction, this time between President, if he was elected in 2020, Joe Biden, against Senator Ted Cruz from the state of Texas. And we both know them notoriously for their somewhat questionable, some of the questionable things they say, but again, Ted Cruz, you could consider him from the Tea Party, the extreme right. You could also consider Joe Biden from the extreme left. So again, this could turn out to be more like a 2004 election, but instead where the Democrats are the incumbents, they have the incumbency, or where you suppose the Democrats are going to do better because of some of the Ted Cruz's stances. So this will be our current map: 193 to 185 for Ted Cruz. And starting off again, he is from the state of Texas, with a huge Latino population, which he can appeal to, which in my opinion will give him the state of North Carolina. Again, that has about a 10% Latino population. And so in the state of Virginia, again, that state is a pretty liberal state and hasn't voted Republican since 2004 and hasn't been close to voting Republican since then. And so still have many states left to be decided. Michigan, I don't believe Ted Cruz has the potential, along with Minnesota, to flip, essentially, because we would assume Joe Biden would win these states in 2020. And also, with that said, Pennsylvania, the state where he was born in, Scranton, Pennsylvania, a part in the Philadelphia suburbs, which is always key counties in Pennsylvania you need to win the state of Pennsylvania. You would assume he would win there because, again, his approval rating in that state is pretty high, and he just in many polls does very well. Again, in hypothetical polls in 2016, he was carrying that state against Donald Trump by about 10 points, 10 to 15 points. And so Ted Cruz, we would assume, giving him the benefit of the doubt, will carry the state of Iowa because of his appeal to the white working class. Not as big as Trump, of course, but a pretty decent appeal to the white evangelical voters. And so again, we have 82 electoral votes still to be decided. Maine, I still don't believe will be contested in this election because, again, as I've said in many of my videos, that if you don't run President Trump, you're not going to really have a good chance at winning their second congressional district, let alone the state of Maine, because Trump just has this appeal to white voters to more rural areas, which again is mainly that second congressional district. And so, in my opinion, you can't really win that state if you don't run the president of the United States, Donald Trump. And with that said, I think that the Northeast will be intact for the Democrats. New Hampshire goes their way because I think Joe Biden will have a pretty good appeal to them, especially with who his running mate is. It could be a conservative person like Joe Manchin. It could be a progressive like Bernie Sanders, which would definitely change this map, or Elizabeth Warren. But we'll give New Hampshire to them. And so still you have Ted Cruz at 215 and Joe Biden at 249. Now here, heading along the west, you have Nevada, which has a huge Latino population, though I don't believe Ted Cruz can appeal in this state to more rural areas, which again, he had a big issue in the Nevada primaries in 2016, along with Colorado, which again, as you see, has 10 electoral votes projected in 2024, or predicted. And that state also has many white voters, which Joe Biden appeals to more than other Democrats. Many Latino voters, many minority voters, African Americans in the Denver suburbs, and I don't believe that Ted Cruz can do somewhat well in Colorado in the rural areas. Again, in Colorado Springs, El Paso, And so we would assume that state goes to Joe Biden. Again, he only needs one state to win. And so that state will actually be Wisconsin. Because this state, again, did not vote for a Republican since 1984, when Reagan won all the states except Minnesota and lost the District of Columbia, which has never voted Republican. And this state was a pretty liberal state, going even up to 2012, where Barack Obama carried that by about 5 points, which, again, Paul Ryan, the vice presidential pick for Mitt Romney, helped their ticket. So, with that said, Joe Biden carries the state of Wisconsin. We'd also say that he would carry the state of Ohio, because he does pretty well with down here in the southeastern corner, with more white voters, steel workers, blue collar voters, and he does pretty well here in the northern part of the state, where you have Cleveland, you have Toledo, and you have in the southeast western part, you have Cincinnati, Hamilton County, which is, again, a place where Barack Obama won due to the African American vote, and Joe Biden, I would assume, and most of us, I'm pretty sure, think that he would do pretty well with the African American vote, at least better than what Hillary Clinton did. And again, we only have the state of Florida, and giving the benefit of the doubt, we'll give this to Joe Biden, because we would assume that he could do well in the big three: Broward, Palm Beach, Miami. Again, huge votes in those counties, and we wouldn't think Ted Cruz could do pretty well in the Latino vote in the state. I would also think there'd be somewhat of a voter less of a voter turnout with seniors, because that Ted Cruz's stance is on, again, Medicare and Obamacare, to be exact. Again, most of the shutdown of the government that he led was due to Obamacare and Medicaid and Social Security. And so, with that said, this is my final prediction: 323 for President Joe Biden and 215 for Senator Ted Cruz. If you did enjoy this video, I hope you did. Please leave a like. Please comment down any suggestions. And yeah, I hope you did enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Go check that one out. Adios.